Scott, great to meet you.
You too, guy.
I've heard the story. I've heard I live right near Long Reef Golf Club, and one of these, or two of these, I delivered to the club a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And you got a story. You actually used one of these on someone on the course.
Yeah, so it was 2 weeks before Christmas. I was playing golf with a few mates. It was about 9 in the morning. And then we saw on the hole in front, we were on the tee, there was a group on the green, and there was a guy lying down. We were 200 metres away, and all we saw was his two playing partners rush to him, and we could tell straight away something wasn't right. So I've run down to him. I know CPR from the surf club that I'm a member of. My friend called an ambulance. We got the attention of the greenkeeper there as well. And then by the time I got to him, the patient was still breathing, only just. And then I remember the greenkeeper was on the phone to the clubhouse, and he said, do you want a defib? And I was like, yes, mate, get the defib. So that was on its way, and then next thing the guy just stopped breathing.
So he stopped breathing, and you were right there on top of him.
Right on top of him.
And you knew it was time to go and start doing CPR.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I gave him the first 2 breaths, and then went straight into the chest compressions. His playing partner then came in and said, I'm happy to do the breaths on his mate. So that's how we did it. And then I think it must have been 2 to 3 minutes, so only 6 cycles of the CPR, the defib was there.
Yeah.
On the
And this is the defib here that we supplied Long Reef Golf Club. Tiny thing, simple to use. Your background is in the surf club, but I mean, obviously, when you got someone unconscious, not breathing, bit of shock.
Yep.
How'd you find the defib?
Very simple. Obviously, it helps to have used one before, to know what to do, but it couldn't really be simpler. You open it up, turn it on, it starts talking to you. The pads have maps on the back of them, so you know exactly where to put them. Yeah. And then you just basically listen to it, and it instructs you. So
what happened? You put the pads on the patient, and what happened then?
Continued with the CPR, and then the defib said to stop. It was assessing the patient, trying to find a shockable rhythm. It said preparing for shock, so it had found a rhythm to shock, so stand back, and then it delivered the first shock.
And how did it go after the first shock? Did you find you got something, or did you have to go back and do CPR again?
Yeah, so the shock obviously worked perfectly because you saw the guy jump. Yeah. But he was still not breathing. Yeah. But again, the defib will tell you. It says continue caring for the patient. So back into another cycle of CPR, and then the cycle repeated again. The defib would say stand back, assessing patient. So it advised a second shock.
And as I understand it, the second shock was the one that actually got his heart started again?
Yeah. So
amazing feeling.
I'm kind of just reliving it now, actually, that you say it like that. Amazing. It was, because I was probably just in a zone of just doing what I'd been trained to do. But yeah, when that I saw him breathing again and heard him breathing again after that second shock, it was a pretty crazy feeling.
Ambulance still not with you?
Ambulance not there. Yeah. So
and just for people listening, the average call out time for an ambulance in the suburbs around a city is around 12-13 minutes. So based on what you're saying, it would have probably turned up around that period as well.
Yeah, but that sounds about right, 12-13 minutes. So as I said, the patient was breathing, and then within about a minute from then, or it could have been 2 minutes, I saw the ambulances coming across the golf course. So I was very happy to see them.
I bet. And were you listening in the background for the siren? Were you sort of, you had that sort of feeling?
We could hear that coming.
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Did you have a crowd around? Were there people there?
Yeah,
watching?
So obviously I wasn't paying much attention to it at the time, but then afterwards you sort of take note. There was probably about 10-15 people around prior to the ambulance getting there, a mixture of golfers and greenkeepers. One thing that did strike me was that I was probably the only one there who knew CPR. So there's probably a lesson there. It's invaluable training, I think, for anyone.
Yeah, but for people listening, like sudden cardiac arrest that you experienced with the guy playing golf, he's the biggest killer in this country. We're talking about around 100 people every day die from this. We've got a 6% survival rate in Australia, based on the fact that, like you said, people don't know CPR, but also there's just not enough of these defibs out there. Mate, just a fantastic. Have you seen the guy that you brought back and saved his life? Have you seen him since the incident?
I haven't seen him yet, but obviously after the event, I was very curious, nervous, anxious about how it had turned out. So I did manage to get a hold of his family that day. So I'm happy to say that he's survived. He's made a full recovery, and we've been in touch. We haven't met up yet, but we've still got plans to meet up and talk about it.
Well, mate, awesome.
All
Great
right.
effort. Fantastic. I heard about it. I live locally, having delivered the defibs to Long Reef Golf Club. I mean, a busy golf club.
Yep.
Lots of people go through there. It's a classic example of where problems can occur, where you get a lot of people going through a course like that. Thank goodness that you were around in the group behind. Let's hope that you don't have to go and do it again anytime shortly. But you know what? If it does happen, mate, you got a good record and you're obviously very good at it. So well done.
All right. Thank you.
Good on you.
Cheers.